me, Mum. Give us a wave. Yeah. Thanks very much. One for me mother. My name's Dylan. This is Matt. I'm the CTO of Oracle D. We're nothing to do with Oracle, by the way. Matt is the CEO, so technically he's the boss, but I'm the genius, so I get to speak first. Have you got the clicker device, by the way? We'll need that. Thanks very much. We were very prepared. If you look in your program, you will find that we're talking about practical applications of blockchain. If you look at the screen, we're talking about multi-proof of brain and the voluntary rewards distribution economy. But actually what we're really talking about is a different way to get stuff done on a blockchain, which is what we did, and we did it without an ICO, which is a little bit different. We actually built our business in 6 or 7 months on the STEEM blockchain. Why did we do it on the STEEM blockchain? Who's heard of STEEM? Oh, some people have heard of STEEM. That's wonderful. The STEEM blockchain is a very interesting blockchain. It has lots of great properties. For example, it's free to transact. There are no gas fees. It's completely transparent. It's got a huge user base. Hundreds of dApps are already on there. And one of the coolest things is it has a rewards pool. What is a rewards pool? Well, it kind of works like this. You know, in Bitcoin and most of the other blockchains, when the new crypto is mined, most of the new crypto, if not all of it, goes to the miners. Not so in the STEEM blockchain. This is what allowed us to build our business, because the STEEM blockchain, when it creates new crypto, there you go, pops out of the engine, it doesn't all go to the miners. No. In fact, most of it goes to the community. The community create content, and that's what actually drives the engine. The witnesses, because it is a delegated proof of stake blockchain, so we don't have miners, we have elected witnesses, and there's 21 main witnesses. They get a small proportion of the new crypto. The rest goes to the content creators who make the content and make the whole blockchain run, and a little bit goes to the people who upvote, a bit like a Facebook upvote, but the difference is that instead of Mark Zuckerberg getting all the money, you get some as well. So that's one of the really cool properties that allowed us to build our business. The other cool property is this: you can delegate your power. You see, the STEEM blockchain allows you to hold tokens, and those tokens give you voting power, which is the ability to send newly generated crypto to whoever you want that makes great content. But, of course, as we found, sometimes you have to sleep. You don't want to sit there all day pressing the buttons and going, yes, I really like that content. So in our little graphic here, this is Jeff in the red. Jeff is holding in his wallet quite a bit of STEEM. The STEEM has power, and he doesn't want to use the power to send the new cryptocurrency to content creators he likes. No. He wants to let his friend Bob do the work for him. So he can literally just send the power to Bob without ever giving up control of his tokens. And those two properties, the ability to create new crypto and the ability to delegate it to somebody else so they can never run away with your crypto, ever, but they can create new crypto on your behalf, is what made it possible for us to build really interesting sets of businesses.
Yep.
I'll let him talk for a bit now.
I'll stand here like a useless lemon the whole time. Thank you, Dylan.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello. So, based on what Dylan's just said, the main 2 points that I took from that are that there is an ability now to stake tokens and give the power of those tokens to someone else to operate on your behalf, instead of you personally having to use those tokens yourself and distribute the money yourself, right? You may be busy, you may have your own business. So there's an ability here for someone else to run your tokens on your own behalf. There's also ability for you to create tokens and give those tokens to people doing work that is valuable to you. So based on that, this is the model that we've developed. So there's your person holding tokens. Okay? So that can be any one of you guys. It could be us. We could be holding them on your behalf. The user posts content to the blockchain. Right? This is the way the STEEM blockchain works. And then once that content is posted, people will upvote it. They like the content, and that by definition itself generates new tokens, the inflation. So with Bitcoin, your processor generates the new tokens. With STEEM, the blockchain generates new tokens based on content that's being produced and liked. And then that gives rewards back to the users and the original cryptocurrency portfolio holder. So from this, the problem with that is that you have to have one person reviewing all of the work, and that one person is then corruptible. They can become corrupted from all sorts of reasons. They may have to sleep, right? So they may not be able to distribute all the rewards all the time. So multi-proof of brain, what does that do? In the same way you have your original holding, you create the task, the users complete the task, and then oracles, which is why we're called Oracle D, and this will be a whole new industry in blockchain technology. It'll be people that go review work, check to see that it is what it says it is, and then if they say it is, then new cryptocurrency is rewarded to those people. Okay? Does everyone understand that? More or less? So what you have here is the ability basically to get tasks done, have a pot of STEEM that someone holds, and then the new STEEM is paid to the people doing the tasks based on what the oracles say. Now, multi-proof of brain is where you have multiple oracles reviewing each task, so it makes it very, very difficult to corrupt the process. And the applications to this are very, very far-reaching, and we haven't even understood all of them, and hopefully Dylan will be able to explain a little bit more in a second. So I'll let you go into the multi-proof of brain benefits.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's loads of benefits of multi-proof of brain. Essentially, we found a way of incentivizing people to do valuable work in the real world, and that could be all sorts of things. The other really cool thing about it is that we've now got a way for people to do all sorts of tasks without ever spending any money. All they have to do is hold the token, which is kind of interesting, and it's kind of a bit of a flip on it, and it takes people a little while to get their heads around it sometimes. But when you remember about those two very important properties I spoke about at the beginning, one is that new crypto is generated, and instead of it going to the miners, it goes to the community, and we are the ones who decide where it goes. You start to understand how this system can work. Effectively, what we're now doing is building communities on the blockchain, and the STEEM blockchain is one of the biggest blockchains on the planet. It's actually in the top 4 by transactions. Interestingly, all of the top 5 blockchains by transactions are delegated proof-of-stake blockchains, which is different to proof-of-stake and proof-of-work. So that's kind of interesting to look at. So here's a few examples of multi-proof of brain. Matt, do you want to talk about digital marketing? Yeah.
So one of our core businesses is to provide digital marketing for people. So again, client holds STEEM. We talk to the client about what type of digital content they want creating. We find a massive group of writers and content creators who can go create that content. We assign tasks to them, and then they create useful marketing tasks and blogs and content and all sorts of things like this. Our oracles then go review that work to make sure it is what it's supposed to be, and then the users that created the content get rewarded from the STEAM pot. Another one that we're doing at the moment is we're working with a Premiership footballer called Andre Gray. He's a striker for Watford United. Anyone like football? Anyone? Okay, a few.
Everybody here is too busy to like football.
Yeah,
right?
I say we don't have time either.
No.
But basically what we've done with Andre is he holds a pot of STEAM, and then he's able to distribute rewards for people doing valuable tasks for his project, right? So we've set up a training program where he has drills and skills, and people can go take a look at what those drills are. They're just simple passes and heads and things like that. And then people in the developing world can go and they can take a look at these and then start replicating them themselves. They can start filming on their iPhones, the different heads and things that they're doing, the headers, the passing, things like that, show that they're improving. And then, so they post that to the STEAM blockchain. Our oracles review. If it's a genuine video and it looks good and the people are improving and they've said, hey, thanks, Andre, then we give them a little bit of STEAM. And this is new STEAM that's generated. So now Andre is able to transparently, very easily show the world that he's charitably giving to people to improve their football skills. And it's quite an amazing phenomenon, right? And this thing's going to spread quite large, we think. I think a lot of people will want to be able to use their own programs and distribute cryptocurrency to people for taking part in those programs in a transparent way. That's really, really cool. I'll let you talk about the...
thanks very much. Yeah, this is another interesting hack of the blockchain. You can create corporate innovation systems, again, where the client holds a pot of the cryptocurrency, which generates new crypto. And sometimes in companies, employees have brilliant ideas But as we all know, inside of companies, empires get built, and people don't always want to share their great ideas with the world. So imagine that an employee actually has a brilliant idea, but he's not in the senior management. If the employee documents the idea using this system, and his co-workers go, hey, Jeff, that's a really brilliant idea. We like that. We've actually now got a system where we can reward people for innovation, and we can actually now come along and plug that into pretty much any corporation and create an innovation system that everybody can participate in. And it really all depends on one thing. All you have to do is hold STEEM, hold the crypto in your wallet and never spend it. Now, as you can see there, the new crypto gets generated when all the co-workers support the initiative. And then we realized, holy cow, we could use this for some really cool international purposes. Because the idea is if you've got verifiable people, oracles, who are checking the system, who are checking that work is actually being done, and if you're using multiple oracles to check the same work, you can take some corruption out of the system, which, let's face it, it's kind of one of the points of having a blockchain in the first place, right? So we realized that what you could do, instead of some of the appalling things that happened with like the Red Cross raising $500 million in Haiti and spending it on building 6 houses, where did the money go, right? We realized that you could use this very same system for creating a transparent distribution system, where, for example, aid funding could be collected and held in STEEM. And the needs of the community can be listed by people on the ground. We don't need people from thousands of miles away to go over there. They can literally be worked out by the people that live there. And they can be, many, many different people who all agree. Oracles can then effectively verify that, yes, this is absolutely needed now, this is not corrupt. And then, of course, the funding can simply be released. And because it's on a transparent blockchain, this gives us the ability to track where the money is going. So we're building out these kind of systems right now. And we're talking to humanitarian organizations, and we'd love to talk to more. If there's any in this room, that'd be great, about how we can help make these systems even more transparent. So there's loads of applications that we've found, and we haven't figured them all out yet. You know, you could do it for rewarding beta testers and software developers to check each other's code and work. Art collaborations, and musicians can support one another with this new voluntarist multi-proof of brain rewards economy. Even project management and QCing and creating consensus on original work. This can all be done today, and we're doing it, and we did that without an ICO. And then it got really interesting.
So recently we've been on a trip around Indonesia, organized by this wonderful lady, Mariska Lubis, who's a very influential lady in Indonesia. This is one of the biggest businessmen in Indonesia, and this is the Minister for Commerce. This is one of the most influential professors in the country, who's in charge of 4,800 universities. Don't know who this guy is. This guy is on the TV all the time. He runs the local think tank there, and then this is our fantastic CTO, Dylan. And we just signed an MOU with these people. They're a top-level think tank in Indonesia to create the Indonesian Blockchain Technology Institute. So it's the first that we're aware of national-level institute that exists in blockchain technology. And with that institute, we're going to bring in an education program to educate software developers and business people in these simple business models that we've just shown you. And obviously, we're going to work with other coins as well to help them educate the nation of Indonesia, essentially, on blockchain technology to do with their coins and all sorts of different applications. So the kind of important thing here that I'm trying to say in this slide is the certifications, the chartership, the application process will all be on the STEEM blockchain. It will be public for people to see. It will be automated. And it's just a fantastic moment in history that we believe is going to reverberate around the world, because people are going to need to have their own blockchain institutions. And this is the first of many, we think, and things are moving forward. This is a sign in my opinion, the first sign of potential mass adoption of blockchain technology as people get educated and understand the systems. So we're really, really, really pleased with that. And then just to finish off.
Yeah, I mean, really what we're saying is, if you want to build a shop on a new road, you don't want to go and build the road first, right? You just want to build your shop. And that's really the message that we're trying to bring, that you can use this kind of technology today to make incredible things happen on the blockchain. All we want to do is give you the idea that you can change the way you do stuff. Thanks very much for listening.
Thank you very much, guys.
You're welcome.
I'm afraid, though, that I will not be very democratic with you. Fortunately, we have time for just one question. So just one question for our friends.
Please make it a nice one. We only like nice questions. No, you can ask anything.
Yes, hi. Thank you for the presentation. I have a quick question about the way that you work with oracles, how you select them, how you verify that they're trustworthy, not just distributing them, but also like how you make sure the process is correct and it's not hackable.
That's a great question. It actually depends on the system. In the first system that we built, the oracles were elected by the community that they served, which we believe is basically the best way in decentralization. Of course, sometimes somebody might want to build a more private system, maybe in, say, a corporate innovation program, so they may simply make everybody in the company who, actually, has a company pass an oracle. Or it might be that it's a bit more centralized for, some particular applications. Ultimately, we're not the ones in control of that. It's down to the client. They can basically build the Oracle system the way they want. My personal preference is that it's decentralized and elected.
The idea of oracles is it's a large industry that's going to come about in the near future, because these people have to be trusted, respected people by the community and work on behalf of the community. So it's really important that we get those people right, and it's a very exciting time. We're right at the start of this, and hopefully it goes well.
One last thing, the nice thing about the oracles, of course, is that if the oracles don't do their job properly, the community can just boot them out.
Yeah.
And everything's transparent, so you can always see what the oracles are doing. So that's kind of the nature of the decentralized version of the oracles. I hope that kind of answers your question to some degree.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.